Hello survivors, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be claiming Wyatt, the 5-star ascendable character for the Gold Nugget collection, and I'm just going to be going through some the reasoning. There seems to be a really big, I think it's quite a Marmite subject in terms of whether you claim Wyatt or not, which is nice. I don't think anyone's got too aggro about it, so it's kind of cool. Everyone has different opinions. Everyone has different reasonings behind their opinion. I've already given part of mine, but I'll give mine again. Just a heads up that in terms of future broadcasts, I'm no longer going to be doing a weekly highlights video on a Monday, and this is mainly because it does take up a lot of time to process the highlights of my stream over the course of the weekend, and it has to be done over a weekend, every weekend. So if I've got a busy weekend, it's really difficult. So what I've decided to do instead is I've decided to make it so it's a monthly highlights video, and it'll just be the best bits, because sometimes some streams are a bit slower. The Road to Survival is okay game, but it isn't like a spectacular, like, I can't believe what happened in moments. That's why I try and make things happen where I make weapons, I open weapons on my stream and stuff. I try and make it a bit more exciting, but other than that, it's not much excitement that can go on in a live stream. It's just normally just talking to you guys, talking about teams and stuff, and that isn't so great for a highlights video. So I think a monthly highlights video will probably be better. It'll have like close to 6 to 8 weapon openings every month, and maybe some event openings as well. I'm not sure, but it also maybe features some tough raids or something like that, or if we go into some certain subjects, just talking about certain things, or like if anything crazy happens, who knows. So yeah, that's going to change to monthly. I think it's going to be also nicer to do on a monthly basis rather than a weekly. It got into a bit of a chore, and I did think about how I was going to change up my my live stream, and how I'm going to change up my highlights. And I think it's just highlights. Live stream I'm actually really enjoying just doing on a weekly basis. It's nice and easy. But yeah, so let's get on to the main thing. I'm claiming Wyatt here, and Wyatt, the main reason I chose him is the same reason I said in one of my last videos, and basically he is a character, and he is not going to be as readily available after this event. Whereas I think gear, there's more likely to be other events that feature gear. I mean, this is premium gear, I understand, but if, let's say I got everything I needed, which would mean I need to do 2 of the top tier bag openings. I think I have a GPS already, but let's say I got a canteen off the first one, so that'd be 1, and then I need to get lucky with, what is it, 4 or 6 hockey masks to put my Shiva to tier 4, and then I need to max her out with all the food and the characters, which I need to do anyway, but that takes time. And she's only going to gain 100 stat, 100 attack, 100 defense, 100 HP. Isn't really going to make that much difference. Sure, I do want that eventually, but I'm not going to forego getting a character over something that I think is going to be more readily available in the future. I think after this event, the only way to get Wyatt would be through Premier Recruits. They're not going to put him in another event, I wouldn't have thought, unless they, like, in the future they do a wheel event with ascendable characters. But even then, I mean, I could get him in that in, like, let's say 6 months, sure, but in the 6 months between now and then, I hopefully would use him a bit. And like I said, I think they're going to bring out gear a bit more regularly. We'll see, though. Only time will tell. So I'm happy with this character. The only downside of him is his weapon, in my opinion, in terms of that's going to need a lot of work. He has Reflect on it, as you can see. And I think Reflect in this game doesn't really work very well, in that I've played some other games where Reflect is based off of the damage they would take if they had a certain amount of defense or no defense. I don't think you could do that in this game, because obviously it'd be reflecting thousands, but it needs to take into account that they're reducing the damage by so much that it's almost making Reflect pointless. So, and that's going to be the case with Wyatt, because he's got quite high defense, and he only gets his defense higher as characters around him die. So Reflect is almost useless. I'm not sure what I'll try I'm not sure if it'll be AP down or stun on attack. Probably stun on attack. I'm a big stun on attack fan. He'll be mainly used on my defense team. I will give him a rollout on my attack team at at some point once I get him up higher, but he'll be mainly used on my defense team. So yeah, I'm happy. Which are you going for? Are you going for Wyatt? Are you going for the gear? If you're stuck on the fence and you need someone to make you think about it a certain way, I realise that some of you want Wyatt, but some of you also want the gear. And the only thing I can say to you guys, if you want both, but you're not sure what to go for first, let's say you go for the gear first. Now, how much of the gear do you go for first? Let's say you go for the 4 GPS and canteen bags. And once you've done the 4 GPS and canteen bags, do you wait until you get enough for Wyatt and then pull Wyatt? And then if you or do you are you gonna get a bit like, oh, maybe I'll get 1 bag of the next gear, or maybe 2 bags of the next gear? See, the way another reasoning behind why I did it was, if I get Wyatt first, I know all of the nuggets that I get next are just gonna go straight on gear. Like, there's not even any argument in my head. I'm going straight for gear. There's nothing else to go for. I'll go for the top tier gear, which is GPS and canteen. Then I'll go for the potential hockey mask for my Shiva, just trying to get lucky. If I did it the other way around, let's say I did GPS and canteen first, and then I tried to get lucky by getting enough nuggets to get Wyatt afterwards, it would just be like, I'd be in a worse situation. I'd be more pressured to actually play tournaments as well, in a really bad time of year for me. I have got family visiting for a couple of days during the Christmas break, so I could be off the game for a couple of days. So if there's an event that I'd have to play to get Wyatt, I'd feel really bad. So sorry guys, I gotta go level up my characters or something. I mean, that level up actually wouldn't be too bad, but I think there is an SR tournament on Christmas Day. Just having to get like top 100 in an SR tournament on Christmas Day while I want to be spending time with my family would be really suckage, and I'd almost definitely forego the game in that situation. So yeah, what can you say? Hopefully you guys get what you want. That's the most important thing. If you do go for gear, hopefully you get what you want. If you do go for Wyatt, hopefully you are happy with him. And that's it. That's the end of this video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We should have some videos up between now and the new year. It's going to be a little bit... It's going to be difficult. I'm going to try to get videos up between now and the new year. But we'll see what I can do. I will have my Telltale video up this Wednesday, which is going to be the highlights of the last stream's Telltale Games chapter, or episode, should I say. My next live stream will be this Thursday as well, and it'll be 6 PM UTC, so hopefully see some of you there. But that's it. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.